Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about the upper limb. We have group three for the muscles. So that's the trapezius, the serratus anterior, teres major, teres minor, the flex digitorum superficialis, the brachioradialis, and the extensor carpi ulnaris. And this is just it moving back and forth. Um, The trapezius, it's got its insertion at the end of the scapula, and its origin is like the spinous process of T5 through 12, um, which you can probably visualize with knowing where the spine is. And then its movement, obviously, it rotates, retracts, and can depress. It allows for a high level of movement around the neck area. Okay, so I have a model that I made. This is my model. Um, and then we have the string for the trapezius part, and it'll allow movement here. You can't really tell it's moving because it's really not much to move on mine, so it's not really easy to tell that part. But our next muscle is the serratus anterior. The origin is the external surface of ribs 1 through 9, and um the insertion is the medial like border of the scapula for where it's at. Okay, so we're on the serratus anterior. That would be this muscle here. And this is the motion. As you can see, it's pulling the muscles up and down and then back and forth. Because it helps with the rotation of the shoulder. And then this is my version on the little model. And then the part that would pull is this string here. And it would pull back and forth. It would pull back and forth like that. And then the next muscle is the teres major and the teres minor muscles close to the insertion point of the latissimus dorsi muscle. And that's for the teres major. And then the origin for this is at the posterior part of the scapula. And it adducts, and then the teres minor, it does its insertion point is at the humerus, and then the lateral border of the scapula is the origin area, and it abducts. So adducts, it goes down, and then adducts, it pulls it up, and this is at the shoulder joint area. And as you can see, this is the teres minor, and it's pulling back and forth here for the muscle. And then this is going to be the teres major muscle for the shoulder. It has a lot more movement options because it's attached to a lot of muscle areas. As you can see, it helps with the extension of the arm. And then I have my small handmade model here. And this is the string that's supposed to be for that muscle that moves it back and forth right here. Then our next muscle is the flexor digitorum superficialis. The insertion point is like the palm area of your hand, and then the origin is the middle, like mid part of the humerus. Um, its movement is like the flexing of your fingers. Um, I have my miniature model here, where I mean it's not really easy to tell, but I put a string here to kind of show flexing of the fingers. Um, and then our next muscle is the brachioradialis. The insertion point is at the distal area of the radius, and then the origin is at the like the ridge that you have to the humerus, the supracondylar ridge. And then so the movement, the brachioradialis helps with the flexing of the elbow. It's really like a support to help the joint for the joint of the elbow. And the miniature model here is kind of like it it kind of goes helps with the flexing of it. It goes up and down. Um and then you have the extensor carpi ulnaris. So the insertion area for it is like the mid base area of the fifth metacarpal bone, and then the origin area is like it's the humerus, like via the extensor tendon area, like and the posterior ulnar area. And then for the movement, it extends and it adducts the hand at the wrist bone area. And so for, my wrist is really stiff, but it would pull like this and like help it flex. It's kind of awkward. And this is the flexor digitorum flu superphalis for the flexing motion. And then we're gonna have the extensor carpi ulnaris. And then this is the adduction part of the muscle here. You can see it's abducting to pull it up to go have the wrist move side to side. And then the brachioradialis, which helps with the elbow extension. And this is obviously, you can tell that it's pulling so the muscle can help pull the elbow up.